What is up, comic fan? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. Today we're going to be taking a look at next week's new comic book day for books releasing on November 1st and 2nd. Most specifically, we're going to be looking at the books that made it into my pull list, the ones that I'm excited about reading, and hope I can convince you to read them and come talk about them every Sunday night live for At Week's End. But first, check this out. Quick shout out to the channel sponsors, Big Time Collectibles. They sponsor the channel and the monthly giveaway for the channel members. Be sure to check out my Instagram page to see what the October Legion Loot giveaway is going to include. And also be sure to check out Big Time Collectibles at bigtimecollectibles.com. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up our friend Justin over at Justin Comics on Instagram. He can take care of you for as little as $10 a book, submit to the grading services for you. And if you use the promo code WeAreLegion, you can take advantage of the buy two, get one free special offer he's running. The link to all the channel sponsors are in the description to all my videos. Be sure to check them out. All right, so let's get into it. This week is the lightest week I have seen in a long time. I'm still trying to play catch up from the last 2 weeks, and now thankfully there's a light week. So hopefully this will be my opportunity to get caught up. But first off, coming out the gate is Chip Zdarsky's Batman issue 129. We are waist deep in this fail-safe storyline. We pretty much got the Justice League brought in, and we also see where Batman has outfitted the entire city to be a giant trap for anyone that would attempt to stop him. And fail-safe has now activated all of those traps, and it's a cool story. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fun. It's definitely fun. It doesn't seem like anything new necessarily, but it's packaged well, it's delivered well, it's action-packed. The artwork from Jorge Jimenez is phenomenal, dynamic, hard-hitting. So it's fun. If you're a Batman person, I know you're loving this. And if you're not a Batman person, it's worth reading. Definitely worth reading. And next one I'm super excited about. Finally, we get the return of Dark Knights of Steel with issue number 8. We just had that one shot that they did that, I'll be honest with you, I haven't even read it yet. I'll get around to it, I guess, hopefully before I read this one. But we have the actual war between the three kingdoms supposedly about to take off. And Tom Taylor's been crafting such a unique world with this. I know on the surface it seems pretty simple. You have the DC universe told in a sword and sorcery sense, but he's doing it so well. Tom Taylor is one of the most versatile writers I have ever had the pleasure of experiencing. He does like Deceased, he does this, he does those subtle drama character-driven stories like Nightwing and Son of Kal-El. So this one is definitely unique in the sense that it's hard-hitting. It has a very unique world. You never see any of the turns coming, and I'm always excited to pick this up, and I'm always even more impressed with how it goes after I read it. I'm just still waiting to see if Supergirl is a savage murderer like they're showing that she is, or if there's something more to it. But needless to say, I cannot wait to get my hands on this copy. And next, we have one that I can definitely wait to get my hands on. It's Donny Cates' piece of crap trash story called Hulk. And we have this spaceship called the Incredible Hulk flying around, and he found a stupid planet made of all Hulks and some ridiculous character named Monolith running the planet. So I'm excited to see how goofy this issue is going to be. I'm even more excited to see this run wrap up and us to get a new writer. Next, we have Punisher. This series is fantastic. I cannot tell you. I have been loving this from issue 1 all the way to this one. I'm trying to remember the name of the person who writes it. They definitely need a huge shout out and mad credit for what they've been doing with Frank Castle, and it is Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron is doing a stand-up job with this. So we've seen Frank, and we've seen where he's the leader of the Hand, and we've seen where he's like rebelling against them now. He does not stand for what they stand for. That symbol on his chest is just a placeholder until he gets his skulls back. While we found out why they have him, why he's leading their army, why he's choosing to be there, and they have the ultimate tool to keep him in line. And he's tried to step away, tried to take him out, but it looked like they are still able to dangle that in front of him and keep him there. So we're dealing with him as well as being like the fist of this deity, of this like murder worshiping monster. And then we have the actual god of war, Ares, who wants him as his disciple, because that's what Frank is, the ultimate disciple for the god of war. So we have these clashing deities, and then Frank slap dab in the middle, and now they're introducing another devil, the devil of Hell's Kitchen, none other than Matt Murdock, the Daredevil. So I'm as excited as I am to see Daredevil. I'm kind of leery on the sense because this series has been so good on its own without any assistance from other characters. But if you're going to get a character, at least it's Daredevil. You know, keeping with that whole Marvel Knights theme and everything. And for someone like me who does not pick up hardly any Marvel because I get excited, I love these characters, and then people do stuff like Donny Cates does with Hulk. I'm hoping that this is able to maintain. You know, we saw Ghost Rider has been stellar until they brought in those other characters in that weird motorcycle issue, and it hasn't recovered since. So Hopefully this one doesn't go through those same growing pains in these early issues, and it continues to deliver. I've been loving it. Check it out. Next up, we have, let's skip to this one. We have Gotham City, Year 1, Issue 2. We got old Slam Bradley on the case. This is pretty much like the Lindbergh baby with a Gotham twist. This is pretty cool. I like the way this one's packaged and delivered, like the old hard-hitting detective noir kind of thing. It really plays well to Tom King's writing style. And the artwork in this from Phil Hester is magnificent. It's definitely different than like what you would get in the regular pages of Batman or Superman. It's got its own vibe and its own feel. You get Gotham in its like heyday, and we're seeing the events that really turned it into that darker path. And Slam Bradley has been hired by the Wayne family to find their kidnapped missing child. And we have like all kinds of little mysterious little side threads, like the security team that works for the Waynes are clearly dirty. You've got the mistress of the house seeming outside herself. She doesn't seem like she fits into this nice, respectable mold and everything. Then you have Slam Bradley himself, your lead private investigator, who's like an ex-cop turned PI, and he has all these ties to everyone in a sense, including the kidnapper, apparently, who's called and used his name to be the official middleman between the money and the child. So I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. I don't believe this is a maxi series. I think it's only going to be a mini, maybe 6 issues, but I have to double check on that. But I'm definitely excited to see where they go with it. And then finally, this is kind of a big one. I was very hesitant to add another Bat title to my list. I don't get a lot as is. I get Batman, Detective, and then every now and then something like Gotham City or a Bat Cat, something like that, especially if it's a creator that I like. So I'm trying to trust that judgment here. And this is Mark Silvestri's Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo. Mark Silvestri's supposedly been crafting some kind of masterpiece story here where you have a Joker who wants to get Harley back, who's been abducted by some kind of cultist, and he goes to Batman. And apparently these monstrous cultish people are popping up all over the city trying to collect severed heads or something like that. And on top of that, Gordon's gone missing. And on top of that, they've mailed a piece of Gordon back to Batman, so he's jumping on the case head first. And I'm guessing he's going to try to team up with the Joker. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see a Batman-Joker team up. I don't. Not one bit. Inside the pages of Sean Gordon Murphy's White Knight universe, you have Joker, like his consciousness hardwired in the brew. So we already got that. We have a Batman-Joker team up. So I don't want to see one in this. But I flipped through the book earlier, and the interiors are phenomenal. It's like next level, wicked cool and super fun looking. And it looks ultra violent as well. So I'm curious enough. I want to give Mark Silvestri the benefit of the doubt and not punish him because there's too many Bat titles out there. I'm going to give it a shot. So I'll let you know, not tomorrow, Sunday, but a week from tomorrow for Outweek Sim when we do the live reviews, how this goes and if I'm going to continue to pick it up. I'll also let you know next month if you miss that show when the next one drops. It just won't be on this list, but I seriously doubt I'll drop it. I'm horrible at dropping titles once I pick them up, hence the reason why I still pick up this. But I refuse to give up on the Mean Green Machine himself. I'm thick and thin, me and him to the end. So that's going to be all that's on my pull list for this week. If you want to know my pull list, what I'm reading, if you want to know if I'm getting anything else or what my top pick is going to be, check out the Comic Vets channel. He posts a video where him and I both give you one book you should consider picking up and why we think it's a must grab for every week. And I want to give a big thank you to the Augusta Book Exchange. They're my LCS. They're the keepers of my comics, the guardians of my pool box. They always make sure everything I'm looking for is right there waiting for me every week when I get there. So a big shout out to Paul and Donna. And that's going to be it for this week. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to. There are a lot of other titles coming out. There's none that made my list that I plan on reading. So until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.